Unemployment rate comes in at 4.3%, surpassing the expected 4.1%. Nearly $3 trillion has been wiped from the U.S. stock market due to growing fears of a global recession. Absolute chaos in Japan on Friday, as stocks plummeted more than 6%, the largest decline since June 24, 2016, and experienced two circuit breakers during the session. Gold futures went up to $2,520 on Friday. Natural gas fell as low as 1.92 and then immediately bounced. The market is now saying that there's a 80% probability of a 50 basis points Fed rate cut in September, up from 12% a week ago. Global liquidity, M2, is at an all-time high. Here are S&P 500 and Nasdaq weekly charts. The Nasdaq 100 closes red for the fourth week in a row. This is the first time this has happened since December 2022. Still up 20% over the last year. You could have bought Intel stock at the same price in 1997 as you can today. Price of Intel dropped almost 30% on Friday. Bezos really threw up the $200 sell wall at his own company. TLT, we have liftoff, going for highest weekly volume in over 3 months. CrowdStrike bulls looking for support, like SPX versus VIX. Bitcoin and gold are now the top-performing major assets in 2024. Going back to 2011, we've never seen these two in the number 1 or number 2 spots for any calendar year. Market-based inflation expectations have moved down to 2.04%, their lowest level since January 2021. The Fed funds rate was at 0 to 0.25% back then. Today it's at 5.25 to 5.50%. The U.S. labor force participation rate among 25 to 54-year-olds, prime working age, moved up to 84% in July, the highest level since March 2001. The U.S. bond market has now been in a drawdown for over 4 years, by far the longest in history. The drawdown for the bond market as of the end of July is -8%. U.S. unemployment rate is now 0.9%, above the cycle low from April 2023, which is 3.4%. Historically, a recession has started on average 3 months before that 0.9% move higher in the unemployment rate. Berkshire Hathaway's cash pile has spiked to a record $277 billion, increasing by a record $88 billion during the second quarter. $75 billion of that came from selling nearly half of its position in Apple. The Magnificent Seven and S&P 500 2024 returns. The S&P 500 is down 5.7% from its closing high on July 16, the largest drawdown of the year. The index is still up 13% year-to-date, including dividends. 10-year Treasury yield plunges to 3.8%, the lowest level since December. Home buyers rejoice. 30-year mortgage rate plunges to 6.72%, the lowest level since February. Natural gas fell as low as 1.92 and then immediately bounced. Absolute no mercy for CrowdStrike. Nasdaq enters technical correction after falling more than 10% from its July 10 high. CBOE Volatility Index VIX jumped as high as 29.66 on Friday, the highest level since March 2023. U.S. bankruptcies jumped to highest level in more than 12 years. Daily options volume hits new all-time record of 73 million. SOM recession rule got triggered. The SOM rule that is designed to signal the start of a recession has officially been triggered. Since 1953, the SOM rule has never been wrong. Hedge funds turn bearish on commodities for the first time in more than 8 years. Bonds have surged higher with the collapse in interest rates, and the U.S. aggregate bond ETF is now up 7.7% over the past year, outperforming the Treasury bill ETF, dollar bill plus 5.4%. Solar and wind capacity surpasses coal in China. That's it for today. I hope it was useful. I'll see you guys again very soon. Later.